Everdell's another one that we play a decent amount of. And of course, Magic. Can't remember if I mentioned it last time you popped in here, but we do a Magic League that meets every other Friday and do some in-person paper Magic. Really good time. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of either of those games. If you like games like Magic, there's a really fun deck building game called Eon's End. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one, but they have a legacy game that is super fun. Oh, we also played through the entire Pandemic series, the legacy ones, and they're fantastic. If you haven't ever played those, really fun to play with a significant other. Epic PvP. Okay, I might have to give that one a peek. I really am a big fan of card games, like Slay the Spire. I don't have the board game for that, but the Steam game is phenomenal. Haven't tried the second one yet, but kind of in the same boat as Frosthaven, waiting for them to get it balanced and ready for showtime. I don't know what to take here. Prismari's looking kind of spicy. I'll take the Abrade. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm down to listen to the game idea. Vibrant Outburst. I think you are mine. The Sky Whale. It's hard to hate a Sky Whale. I'm gonna withhold asking questions until I see more of what you type here. I don't want to derail you, but very interesting concept. Okay. Well, that might have been a decent little Witherbloom deck here in the making, but a little late for that. Genome, interesting. So it's like you have a character that you kind of are equipping with gear, and you have a deck of cards that kind of drives the game. Oh, so you just start... Yeah, okay, yeah. So you just start with a huge hand of cards. Alright, wield the Composer. It's a good sign. Even though we're drafting against bots, so... signals mean nothing. I have not seen this card. So is it a cooperative game, or are you fighting another person? I think you mentioned at the beginning of this that it's another person. Okay. Do you know what's in the opponent's deck or the opponent's deck? So there's like a metagame that can develop. Or maybe there's like character classes or something like that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Kind of like somewhat of like a character class. I have not played this card yet. I'm kind of curious how it plays in a Prismari deck. It seems like it should be pretty good. I don't really have much removal though. I mean, this game sounds pretty cool, and if you haven't heard of Oathsworn, like, it's not the same mechanics, but it is similar to what you're describing. Yours is... it's close. Like, it's hard to... Oathsworn's pretty complex, so it's hard to just, like, talk about it. But I love the concept of having a character that you use cards to direct your actions, and that's, like, exactly what Oathsworn is, and it is a crazy fun game. With like some role-playing elements. Yeah, that's cool. Yes, yep, you were exactly right. I know yours is more of like a PvP, like one-shot type thing, but the mechanics sound like they're kind of similar, where it's like you have a character that has a class that has a bunch of cards that you get to choose to play from, and they also have equipment slots and items and all that good stuff. It's also minis based too, on a big hex board, but it is like a co-op RPG instead of like a PvP type game. But PvP Oathsworn would slap. but it's definitely a game that, if you look at it, you might be able to draw some inspiration from. Two Essence Scatters. Probably won't play both of those. Ooh. What a pack to open. God, this is a tough one. This definitely feels like a Quandrix card, but I think it goes good in any deck that plays blue. In the case that I might end up in 3 colors, Tam is very good. Probably gonna snag this. There's nothing really impactful for my deck in this pack. Yeah, I don't think I know of any solo TTRPGs. You can play Oathsworn solo. It's a lot harder, just way more stuff to manage, a lot of decisions to make. Not a great pack for me. I guess Unstable Mockeries, or Unsubtle Mockery is actually really good. This is directly in the wheelhouse of what we're wanting to do. Let's take a peek at our deck really quick, see what we're working with. Yeah, it's it's a lot. If I'm being honest with you, like, I watched some YouTube instructional videos before I even sat down to play the game, and then read the book as we were playing the game. It was probably like 3 or 4 hours total of just learning how to play by myself, and then having to explain it to my girlfriend as we sat down to play it. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's rewarding, though. I like complicated games, and my girlfriend makes fun of me for it. I don't know if I'm going to play 3 of these. I don't know what else to take, though. But yeah, the AI or whatever for the enemy turns is complicated. I feel like that's probably half the rule book. Yeah, I think that there's definitely some, you know, beauty in the simplicity of good games. They don't all have to be complicated, and some of the best games are relatively simple. Definitely a bigger audience for games like that, for sure. Just because I don't think I've ever taken this card before. Yeah, I agree. I think simple rules but deep gameplay is probably like the sweet spot for making like a really good game that lots of people will enjoy. What are we looking at? All right, got lots of space still in here. Probably don't want to play two of those. Yeah, that totally makes sense. I feel like the more complicated anything gets in life, the less likely people are going to be wanting to pick it up and look at it, use it, whatever, play it. I don't know what to put in here. Maybe a procrastinate. I got one more spell slot. We'll give Divergent Equation a try. More Prismari payoffs. Maybe put another landscape in here. Tentatively put this in here. Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely a little bit easier than all the magic upkeep, especially in-person magic. I think I gotta mull this. Well, I think the most, you know, the core part of the game's done. The production of it, you know, that's a whole different beast, I feel like. Oathsworn has like a couple of different versions that you can buy, all the same game, but what they did to keep, I guess probably more on the consumer side, like it affordable, is they basically sold it with the ability to purchase like the game with fully printed minis for everything, which is expensive, and it was like a 50-pound box that got delivered. And then they also have one with just like cardboard cutouts that's like much more affordable. I don't know if you've thought about doing something like that, maybe just doing the cardboard one first so you can, I don't know, not to spend your life savings printing minis. That checks out. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that the publishers took care of like I guess the production of the game, like the assets, I guess. I guess I kind of assumed that you'd provide the art, the assets, or whatever, and then they'd bring it to life, maybe. One of these days I'll get a creature to stick. This is probably way overly aggressive, but I'm gonna go for it. Get some counters, surveil, get some damage. Oh, I'll take that. Huh. Wonder if you're able to like prototype some of that stuff out. I know you don't have the skills, but maybe there's someone that is willing to do some commission work for cheapish. And if you don't need the whole set of the art, just some of the art, I'd really like to see it come to life. I think I'd definitely pick this up. Or maybe create a Kickstarter? I don't know. Yeah, I know. That's fair. Dude, you're not dumping it on me at all. I think it's a really cool idea. And I hope one day you get to bring it to life. Yeah, so I guess so what the D&D tags are for is I created an app. I'm a software developer. I've been doing it for almost 15 years. So I created an app that is a little D&D sandbox where I have AI agents act as characters and then I get to DM. And it's another series that I've started on stream. I only have one session and I cut it up and put it on YouTube. But basically, like, I have my friends and myself like write a bunch of characters for all of the NPCs and party members in these campaigns. And then I kind of just run the campaign as a DM and kind of see where it takes us. And it's pretty silly. It's funny. I have all of this stuff running through text-to-speech too. So like these little agents are all voiced with voices that we created. And you know, all these characters are human written, and it is funny to see the AI bring our silliness to life. I've only played like in-person D&D twice. My friend group, we're a little bit older, so lots of them have kids, and it's kind of hard to consistently schedule in-person D&D. And I was the DM for the sessions that we've done so far. So I've actually never played a character. And maybe this AI sandbox is my loneliness coming to life with wanting to play D&D. Oh, that's cool. I've never actually thought about playing like real D&D online with people. That's an interesting concept. But in this sandbox that we have a very insecure gnome cleric, a naked wizard that is always trying to do drugs, a fighter that thinks life is a sport, and what's my last character? Oh, an assassin werebeaver that has a massive lisp. What's your current character you're playing right now? That's cool, man. I'm jealous that you get to play D&D with actual people. All I need to do is get the Seize the Spoils to kick off, and then hopefully get this win here. What is Merrick's flavor, if I'm saying that right? This elemental mascot out here. Ooh, mysterious. If you like characters like the rock one that you've written, the D&D thing that I have started on YouTube might be up your alley. I hate like self-promoting, but it is pretty silly. Intentionally silly. And we should be doing another one of those sessions here soon, which we also put those on Twitch. But on YouTube, I cut them up so there's not a bunch of dead air while we're laughing and trying to figure out where to take the characters. This guy's gonna beat me so bad. Oh boy, I think it's the hardest I've been rolled by Witherbloom. Alright, everybody pile on here. The Tragedy Feaster's about to eat everything. Chicken Barbarian. Confetti's a fantastic name. That's a fine enough hand. Another Witherbloom deck. Let's hope this goes a little bit differently from the last game. Chick Norris. That is pretty damn good. I think one of my favorite parts about D&D is that it is allowed to be silly. Sounds like you have a good DM. Well, that's fun. A little reunion of the party. This guy's not letting me have any fun. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this guy. Prevent the surveil train from rolling. Probably shouldn't have done that. That's okay. Nice. Chicago's a cool city. I've only been once, but it is pretty centrally located. So you're up in Canada, huh? Actually, I have a lot of family that lives in Maine. It is a gorgeous state. What was the occasion for Chicago? Oh, right on. Nice. My mom did hair for a living for a very long time, too. Ooh, this is good. Might just want to try to keep the evasion train rolling here, though. How do you like living in Canada? Just gonna swing out here. Yeah, I kind of grew up in the country, and I miss it a bit. Now I kind of live pretty much right on the outskirts of a relatively big city. I miss not having to sit in traffic, that's for sure. This game's pretty close. Oh no. Oh yeah, okay, you were in a much smaller area. I think the metro population for where I'm at is like 1.5 million. I think the city proper is like 700K. I'm from a city that was like metro population about 100,000. Only have 9 damage on the board. Need to save probably one of these creatures. Yep, 5K is a tiny, tiny little city. I don't even know if it's called a city. It's like a village. One of my best friend's wives is from a city that has like 700 people in it. Like literally everybody knows each other. Should have this game in the bag. Okay. I knew there was like some sort of stratification of like what word actually means what. I've just never lived in a place that was town-sized. I think this is going to be my last game here for a little while, maybe the day, I'm not sure. Need to do some responsibility things. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely in a metro area right now. Sometimes it takes you 20 minutes to drive 3 miles. Well, this guy's off to a hot start. I bet the Canadian ones are similar to North American ones. Hamlet. I don't think I've ever driven through a hamlet before. Probably wouldn't know it if I did. Yeah, I believe that. I don't know if in Canada they have the same thing where it's like they have a sign when you enter into a city, and sometimes it has population whatever number. I wonder what happens, like, you just constantly updating that population sign. So, like, even just one person, like, being born or moving away seems significant. Hopefully I can pull a land here soon. That sucks. Get rid of the painter and the spoils. Just the whole job in the government's like, all right, Bubba. Betty moved out. Grab the paint. That's not good. I really need a land here. There we go. Take care of this Tam. Draw 2 cards just to discard them. Okay. Alright. Let's finish up this Prismari quick draft here that we did. Maybe get into a premiere one here in a little bit. Chiochi. Good enough to keep. I guess this is a good time to get the Steward of Fate out. See if I can get a quick damage in here. Drop the Steward. Maybe I'd... Yeah, I think getting rid of Divergent Equation and that mountain's probably not bad. Assuming I pull a land here in the next couple turns, got plenty of gas here to carry us through. No land drops. He's got 3 mana just chilling over there. I feel like this is bait for a Essence Scatter, but maybe I should attack first. Yep, okay. So he's definitely gonna Essence Scatter whatever I lay here. Counter it in some form. I don't know if it's worth it just to burn it out of his hand or I have board advantage. Whatever. Maybe he doesn't have an Essence Scatter. This dude's playing a Converge deck. Sure does seem like he might do. Could get 2/2/2 fractals. I think I kind of want to try to save that for a little bit longer, maybe. But on the flip side, it's just value now. And yeah, okay, so I think I am just going to go ahead and cast this. Just make him sit on this Essence Scatter for a little bit longer. Alright, he's tapped out, and kind of opens the window for me to do something, but I almost feel like that window might just turn into procrastinating this Colossus here. Yeah, I think this is the move, and then we'll swing pretty aggressively now. By aggressively, I mean everything. To the face. Alright, no blue mana. There's the blue mana. We'll see if he'll let me lay this. He's been sitting on this Essence Scatter all game, I feel like. Oh, okay. I'm allowed to play Virtuoso. Maybe I've been overthinking this Essence Scatter in his hand. Maybe it's not real. Sure. Then And hopefully he lays something with 3 toughness. I can just Vibrant Outburst it. It's definitely not what I was hoping for. Still has that 2 blue mana open. I feel like it's just waiting for the Essence Scatter. I am always so paranoid of those. I guess I could just kill the Hydro Channeler and tap the Graphalon. I'm just gonna continue trying to put damage to the face here. Let's give me a little bit extra. Oh shit, I actually didn't realize that was lethal at that point. Look at me, accidentally being good. Ketis. This does not seem like a very good hand. He's on the play. I think I still have to mulligan. It's not an island-friendly hand. Oh, gross. I think you are first cut here, buddy. Sorry, Lorecaster. I've been seeing these black sleeves a lot, like... Weird. Do you have no personality? Is that what's going on? Just a void? Okay, lucked into a mountain. I think try to just keep the pressure on while protecting my own face. Hope that I maybe draw like an Abrade or something here. This card can snowball into being a problem pretty fast. I think I'm just going to keep going face here. And then if I draw a land, that'll be good. If I happen to draw removal, that'll be good for the Tackle Artist. I just think like a square beehive. Just eat that. his hand that he needs lands for. It's a lot. Alright, so let's get our 2 cards here. I think this turn I'm going to leave the landscape painter behind to kill the shopkeeper's bane. Alright, well at least I still got my Opus triggers. Really would have loved those 2 cards, but that's okay. Still a lot of damage. Let's see what big bomb this guy's trying to throw down. He kept an island out of that last set. Maybe he just had lands that came up on it though. From the Father Lumerits. Six damage is nothing to sneeze at. I think Aviator and Jed's Eye comes down. Get a pretty solid pump on yeah, okay, sorry, just got sidetracked. I think this is the right move. I think I need to just keep something around the deal with the flyer. Okay. 6 mana. Could get... At this point, he's basically top decking. Might save this to see if I can sneak 1 more mana in here and get 3 3/3s. That would be pretty dope. I think I'm just going to lay something here to test to see if he has something in his hand. He does. Or no, he at least has the Biomancer's thing going on here. Which I think is fine. I think I'm still going to swing him with the Tackle Artist, even if I know he'll die. I can kill his Cuboid Colony. Just takes it, okay. Unexpected but welcome. He might be going for the end game here. Nope, okay. This might be the end game for him. If I swing in, he blocks 6 and 2. Yeah. Yeah, something that gains him life, gives him lifelink. Nope. Okay. Diesel, I get it. I get it. I think I got the joke. The pun. So pun. Much pun. Many pun. Not sure if I should just nuke this guy now. Of course, I'm suspicious of Essence Scatter. I think I'm just going to discard this Lorecaster. Oh, what the hell? Very uncool. I know I was a little late on that, but I mean, I feel like I cast it before my timeout happened. And now, I don't know what's going on. No attacks. Seize the spoils. Okay, I'm glad I didn't attack. This dude with all his open mana is tripping me out a little bit. I think I want this guy to stick around. Like, I want the whale to stick around, I think, even more. So maybe I lay now the Tackle Artist and let him get Essence Scattered. If he doesn't, then I can Vibrant Idea. Otherwise, Whale comes down next turn. Okay, he sticks. I think I do want the cards from Vibrant Idea. I'm not like hurting for life or anything right now, and his board's not overwhelming me in any kind of way. Oh, okay. He's been sitting on that. Noted. That's fancy. That was a pretty good play. He just drew 4 cards off of me for 4 mana. I think I'm starting by swinging here. Maybe get a little tricky with the spell, depending on how he blocks. No blocks. Do I just try to send this guy to the moon with counters? Could do 8, could do 7. I think I might want to wait till the Skywheel comes down. Alright. That's kind of a bummer. I'm going to put him on the top, though, because I think he's got a lot of value to be had here. And I might Stress Dream. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I still might do that. Well, this game is all of a sudden turned very sideways. This dual caster mage got him so much value. It's a change of plans here. Probably laying the Deluge Virtuoso. Maybe the Hydro Channeler. We are now playing very much on the back foot. Oh shit. Probably the elemental mascot is the target for that, if I had to guess. Yeah. That is a 6/6 flyer, which is a huge problem. I guess I can procrastinate it. Procrastinate it for 4 turns. Give the whale a little juice. I've got enough to unstable mockery. Good flow state here. I think I will. I feel like I'm pretty cooked here. Kill his bird. Ooh, actually, I think this might be game. An unstable mockery here. It definitely seems like he doesn't have anything in his hand, so then I will 3 damage here, and I'll tap here. Skywell for the win, baby. Magic lightning. I'm playing 17 lands, and I feel like I've just been getting an obnoxious amount of 2-hand lands. I'm on the draw. I think I might actually just keep this. I mean, turn 2 play, 2 turn 3 plays. If we draw a land. Let's see what happens. Hey, we got a land. What do you know? What do you know? I will accept the 2 damage, sir. I think I'll save the Virtuoso for a little bit later. Not attack here, so the Painter can kill this pest. And another one. Old wisdom of the great philosopher known as DJ Khaled. Yeah, I think I dumped this down. Next turn I'll get that 3/3, and I will hopefully be able to play that. Is it worth the 6 damage? I think it is right now. Just having a better board presence is going to help me out a little bit, I think, in this restabilization effort. Alright. Free island next turn. I'm dangerously close to being unalived. Should have double blocked that Biomancer. Just wasn't really thinking about it. Like Virtuoso. Biomancer. No, I think I'm actually gonna just do double block shenanigans here. Next combat. Unfortunately, I think that my 3/3 has to stay behind here if I want any shot at coming back in this game. It's gonna be a very slow and steady wins the race here. I am shocked that this dude still just has 3 lands. Like, this feels unbelievable to me. I mean, we're on what, like turn 9 or 10? Maybe 8 or 9? I don't know. And then I take the 2. Oh shit, it's 3. Yeah, that's game. I deserve that. Alright, last shot to get a trophy. Quill deck, maybe. All right, fair enough. Nothing like taking fucking 7 damage on turn 2? What the? Yeah, I just don't know about all that. That was a lot. I guess that token doesn't stay around. I kind of figured it was treated like an equipment, but apparently not. Mardu. You can't pay the ward cost. Na 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 na. That card is pretty good. I guess I'm just gonna have to hope this guy runs out of gas here soon. I think I'm just gonna tap this in forever next turn. Probably drop Thunder Drum and then tap him for like 4 turns. Yep. Man. This guy's deck seems pretty good. A Braid is not gonna cut it. Try to get this rolling with a little bit more evasion next turn. I was kind of hoping he'd swing. I guess I'll just continue to try to grow my board here. Not what we needed. But this does put the tackle artist at the magical 6 damage that I think I need. I'll swing that in. Alright, really got to make some magic happen here. Really wish a braid was to any target. It'll make next turn's decisions way easier. Oof. Target creature. Okay, so can I kill this guy this turn? Because I feel like that needs to happen before the Hope Singer untaps. If I abrade his administrator, he's going to gain 7 life. That's so much. But he's basically forced to block the tackle artist, who will trample over if I do this. Oh man. Alright, gotta do the math real quick. So he'll get 2 counters, be an 8-7. I deal 5 to him. Trample over 1. 4, 5. Plus 6 is 11. Plus 3 is 14. I'll be at 2. I think I'm just gonna swing out and see what happens with the intent of killing the sloth, I think. Yeah, that checks out. I'm gonna go ahead and abrade. And then I take this damage next turn, barring him having some card in his hand that he... I actually think I have to block. Oh, buddy. He's going to be at 15. I don't think I'm blocking, like, yeah, okay. I think I'm probably cooked either way here. Less cooked with more creatures, but I just don't have the damage yet. This is not great. Just to see what happens. And then, what, 5 plus... Oh, actually, I think I have lethal right here. Just barely. What a game. What a game. Alright, that was actually pretty sweet.